Guys, Aaron Jace fan, Aaron Entertainment here. With a RON Entertainment, trying out a brand new streaming service called Restream. Now, it's a lot like StreamYard, but it's actually more professional and actually more expensive. I'm not paying for the subscription. I'm actually doing a free service on it, using the free service. I don't know how long the stream is going to be. It could be an hour, depending. But it depends on the free service it provides me. It's actually, yeah, as I said, it's actually more expensive. As you could tell, it looks more professional than StreamYard. It's a more professional professional streaming service than StreamYard. And I want to definitely. And on the right, that's where the chat will be displayed. For example, I'll show you. Hope it'll pop up. Right here. Hello, everyone. You see down below here. Hello, everyone. But since I don't have subscription service, I cannot show you pictures, logos, or videos. So for this stream, for streams that I have no plans to show you videos or pictures or anything like that background, I'm not going to use the stream. For my wrestling stream that's coming up this Monday, I'm going to do it on StreamYard. So if I have nothing like that, no media to show, I'm going to use StreamYard. If I have no media to show or anything like that of that nature, I'm going to use this service. If I have stuff to show, like pictures that I'm going to show you, videos, whatever, I'll do StreamYard. And I could do share screen on both sites, on both this and StreamYard. And I also could invite people on this stream too. So don't be worried, guys. Now let's get on with it, guys. Yeah, okay. All right. Let me just check my phone. Right now, it's a sports show, right? It's a sports show right now, right? Why We Love Sports, episode 23, down below, right here. Why We Love Sports, episode 23. That's the title of this episode. Here's my Twitter handle, Aaron Jace fan. And on this show, we're going to talk about the Super League. I never really talk about soccer/football, but we're going to talk about it for a bit. How it's quickly rose and fell right away. We're going to talk about early NFL draft thoughts, mock draft. The draft is only 5 days away. April 29th, NFL draft. We're going to talk about that. We're going to go through NBA and NHL playoff races. Remember, they're getting close to the end of the seasons for both leagues. The playoffs start in May for both of them. And we're going to talk about early MLB thoughts. My thoughts of the surprise teams, the players are doing well, who I think is legit and not legit. And yeah, and we're in NFL, I'm going to talk about the trade that Kansas City Chiefs made with the Baltimore Ravens a Pro Bowl tackler, Orlando Brown. And let's just get to it. My Raptors are actually playing now, but I kind of really don't care if I'm not right now. They're playing the Knicks, but I really don't care that much because they're trying to make the playoffs as one of those play-in seeds. I'm as of right now 25 or 35. I don't see the point. Just tank or do whatever it takes to get not make the playoffs. Try to get a good draft pick seed, whatever draft pick in the NBA draft lottery. I don't see there's no need. There's no need for a push to make the playoffs this year. Focus on next season. And as you see, I'm wearing my Blue Jays shirt and a Maple Leaf hat. I'm from Toronto, of course. Makes perfect sense. Okay, let's get to the Super League. As you know, FIFA, they were talking about doing a Super League that started in 2023 with all the top teams in Europe. And they got a lot of criticism, a lot of not happy people, fans. Anybody who's interested in soccer, fans. There was actually riots, protests about it, and even clubs. As a day or two passed by, they had to withdraw. They withdrew. The clubs withdrew, and the Super League is dead, man. The Super League is dead. The Super League is not happening. It was a bad idea. Bad idea. And I'm very glad that teams, clubs, and that's what they call it, soccer/football, clubs have withdrew from the Super League. Stay in your league, man. And then you have those. Tournaments with the playing against teams against other leagues and tournaments. There's not all one league. I understand in soccer in Europe there's tiers and stuff, right? There's tiers. But this is good. I mean, I know Chelsea withdrew, Manchester City withdrew. I know a lot of teams withdrew from the Super League. And this Super League is done. It's dead, man. Like a day later, it's done. A day freaking later. And why is there nobody on here? You know what? Fuck this, man. I'm inviting people. Because I want to talk about some stuff. Let's see if this works. I never tried this on the stream. Let's see. Okay, you can still hear me. Let me. Hello. Yep. I'm going to invite some people on. I want to see. I want to see if people can come on. Okay, Super League. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. I want to see. I'm trying to get people to come on. You know, I wish. I'm also getting a new headset that's coming in today. So you won't be seeing this headset anymore. I'll be having a new headset. Okay, so if I wait for people to come on. Let's get straight to the next topic. And what's the next topic? NFL. Okay, we're gonna talk NFL. NFL. You know, the draft is upon us. There was a trade yesterday with the Ravens and the Chiefs. The Ravens traded Pro Bowl tackler Orlando Brown to the Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City Chiefs did lose Eric Fisher, one offensive lineman, the top offensive lineman. So Orlando Brown basically replaces Eric Fisher in the offensive line. You know, to help Patrick Mahomes, to protect Patrick Mahomes. But it's like NFL draft. So this NFL draft, right? Could 3 quarterbacks go in the first 3 picks? Could 4 to 5 quarterbacks go through in the first 5 picks? Look. Trevor Lawrence, no question about. We all know. We hear about what Jacksonville Jaguar fans giving presents and donations just because he just got married and stuff. We all know he's going to Jacksonville. It's clearly obvious. If you say he's going to the other team, if you said that Jacksonville's passing up on on Trevor Lawrence, I'm calling you a liar. Because they're not passing up on Trevor Lawrence. And so Trevor Lawrence is going to Jacksonville. 1,000% is going to Jacksonville. And if Jacksonville decides to draft somebody else, you, me, and other people are going to be shocked. And as Undisputed Era theme music says, shock the system. Jacksonville will be shocking the system right there if they selected somebody else besides over Trevor Lawrence. It is not happening. Trevor Lawrence is going to Jacksonville. Now the second pick held by the Jets, they're going to draft a quarterback. And because they traded Sam Darnold to Carolina, so of course you're going to draft a quarterback. Why trade a quarterback if you're not going to draft another quarterback? So yeah, they're going to take. It looks like they're high on Zach Wilson. I think they'll take Zach Wilson. Most mock drafts have him taking Zach Wilson. And yeah, so I think Zach Wilson from BYU is going to New York Jets. Yo, if you want to get on, Adam, come on. Hey Ron, I'm trying out this new stream for a little bit. This new streaming service, because if I'm gonna use pictures or videos, I'm gonna use StreamYard. But if I'm not, I'm gonna use this service. This service is a little bit more professional. It's actually more expensive. Yeah. Hey Jobber. Taxes, huh? So listen to me talk while you do your taxes. Guys, do me a favor. Tell me if you can hear this video after I play it. Precious. Were you able to hear that Golem clip? Just tell me down below if you're able to hear that Golem clip. So I was getting back to the draft. So I had Trevor Lawrence going to Jacksonville. We all know that. That's on Thursday, the draft. Zach Wilson is going to the Jets. Third pick is interesting. San Francisco. Now, we all think they're going to draft a quarterback, right? Okay, thank you for confirming that. So, some on the NFL Network, the mock drafts has Mac Jones from USC, but some people might think it's Justin Fields, Trey Lance. I don't know. I think they're gonna take one of those three quarterbacks. I'm gonna go with Justin Fields. I'm gonna go with Justin Fields as the third pick. Now we got Atlanta. I think Atlanta's fourth overall. They got Atlanta. Yeah. Atlanta. Are they going to draft a fourth quarterback in a row, or are they going to take a tight end? And I don't know. I don't know where Mac Jones is from. He could be. I don't know. You could be right. But I don't know if Mac Jones is the answer. I don't know. Kyle Shanahan is good at working with any quarterback. Now, fourth pick, will the Falcons Ryan? Yeah, thank you, Ronnie. I agree. Ryan is getting up there in age, or to get draft tight end and Kyle Pitts, who may be the most talented player in the draft. Kyle Pitts, as everybody talks about him, Kyle Pitts might be the most sought out tight end or playmaker or offensive weapon in a long time. And they're talking like Kyle Pitts might be the best all-around offensive weapon in the NFL, has the potential to be all-around best offensive weapon. If he plays tight end in the NFL, the number one tight end, better than Gronk, better than Kittles, better than Kelsey. That's how they're talking up Kyle Pitts, and that he has the potential. So there's Atlanta go another quarterback to replace Ryan, or did they go with the receiver and Kyle Pitts? And I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna check NFL mock draft here on my phone and see who some people have Atlanta taking. Of course. So I got a mock draft Atlanta taking Justin Fields. I don't know. I want to see a latest update. I want to see a later update. I'm going to go from CBS Sports draft. Okay, so the Trevor Lawrence is going first overall. Zach Wilson. They got Mac Jones going to the 49ers. They got Kyle Pitts going to Atlanta. So yeah, and they got Jamar Chase going to Bengals. Here's the thing with the Bengals: do they take the offensive receiver rep in, or do they take, they say, yeah, maybe we'll see, man. I mean, you can have 5 quarterbacks getting drafted in the first 10 picks. It's possible. The Bengals, they have Jamar Chase. This is from CBS, going to 5th overall. So Jamar Chase is the best receiver in the class. But would they want to go to receiver, or would they want to go with protection for Joe Burrows? For example, because the best offensive lineman in the draft is Penei Sewell of Oregon. He's a junior. He might be the guy the Bengals might want to draft to protect Joe Burrows. Yeah, man. The only mock draft I have, Mac Jones is only going top 3, only to the 49ers in some mock drafts. That's only. I don't see Mac Jones as a top 5, as top 10 top 10 pick. But you don't know what, you don't know, man. We don't know. We'll see. I don't like this. So I don't know. Bengals could take the receiver, or they could take the offensive lineman. Now the Dolphins here on the CBS may look at Jalen Waddle of Alabama. They do need some receiver help for Tua, so that would be a good pick for them. And then they have Lions taking Justin Field if he doesn't go earlier. Carolina has Penei Sewell. I think Bengals should take him, but Jamar Chase. I mean, if the Bengals pass up Jamar Chase, maybe the Dolphins to take up Jamar Chase, or the Lions, whatever. The Cowboys have taken J.C. Horn, son of Joe Horn. But the Broncos are taking Patrick Surtain, who is a son of Patrick Surtain. Yeah, whatever team's a receiver, I think Miami would be dumb not to pass up a receiver. And the Giants have taking offensive lineman, and Devontae Smith going to Philadelphia. This is according to CBS. Yeah, they need Jamar Chase to be great. I mean, if Jamar Chase gets picked earlier, Jalen Waddle is not a bad option, or Devontae Smith. Maybe not be the same class as Jamar Chase, but they're still good receivers, very good receivers, will help Tua a lot in that offense. And according to CBS Sports, Trey Lance is going to New England at 15. And you know what? New England needs to draft a future quarterback. Yeah, his dad was a good corner too, man. Patrick Surtain, is it junior? Was a very good cornerback. Yeah, that's true. So we got a lot of things here. It's interesting. I think here's the thing. I think the first 2 picks are settled in the draft. With Lawrence is Zach Wilson. Lawrence going to Jacksonville, and Wilson going to New York. But I think after that, we don't know who's going where, because we don't know what San Francisco's going to do, which quarterback they're going to take. There's a good chance 5 quarterbacks can be taken in the first 10 picks, but we just don't know which quarterback after Fields, not after Lawrence or Wilson. San Francisco is really the wild card here, because San Francisco could really change the outlook for other teams that are looking for a quarterback that needs a quarterback. Like New England, as I said, New England needs a future quarterback. Maybe Atlanta. San Francisco is really the wild card here, determining other teams' fates for the quarterback position. Yeah, and you can get quarterbacks in the 2nd round and 3rd round, but this is a strong first round class of quarterbacks. Why pass up? And I wouldn't be shocked if one of them gets pass until the teens or the 20s, and some other team will pick them up. Maybe New England. I think maybe New England, if one gets to the 15th pick, New England should pick up a quarterback. Look at New England, for example. Yes, Edelman retired, but they upgraded their offense. Their defense is coming back. Why not? Draft a rookie quarterback, and Bill Belichick could do his magic, mentoring this new quarterback. I don't know if it's gonna be like Tom Brady, while mentoring this new quarterback to be good, the future quarterback of the New England Patriots. He's not. Look, no quarterback in New England ever is going to live up to Tom Brady, ever. But as I'm saying here, mentor Bill Tracker mentor this quarterback, making him a franchise quarterback for New England going forward. And there's not putting any pressure on whoever, if they ever draft a quarterback. There's no pressure on this kid to be the next Tom Brady, just to be the next quarterback he could possibly be. Because nobody's gonna live up to Tom Brady. So yeah. And then Trevor Lawrence is gonna show up at All Elite Wrestling after being drafted by Jacksonville. I'm calling it. And it is ironic how Joe Horn's son is a corner and not a receiver. Joe Horn's son is a cornerback and not a receiver. All right, so that's NFL draft. So let's talk about NBA and NHL. Let's talk about NBA first. Like the NHL, the playoff races are getting close to an end. NBA, the season ends in May, and we're in the end of April, where the playoffs begin. So let's see. My Raptors are losing to the Knicks. I'm okay with that. So the middle of May is when the NBA season ends. So we got about 3 weeks, 3 or 4 weeks. Let's check the standings. We're checked by conference, not by division. So Brooklyn is leading the conference, but I'm worried about their injuries. Their star players, like Durant, Harden. I'm worried about that. Philadelphia is second. They're only a half game behind Brooklyn for technically the Eastern Conference and the division in the Atlantic. Milwaukee is leading their division. They're third. New York is fourth, 33 and 27. Atlanta is fifth, as they're leading their division. Boston sixth. Miami is seventh. Charlotte is 8. Indiana is 9. Washington is 10. Chicago's 11. Toronto is 12. And remember, I think 7 to 10 or 7 to 11, they play each other in the playing rounds. But a lot of those teams are under 500. I really hate it. I really hate the idea of a playing round because, as I said, those teams are under 500. I really hate it. It doesn't. So definitely Brooklyn, Philadelphia, and Milwaukee are going to make it. New York's going to make it. Atlanta, I think, is going to make it. Miami could challenge Atlanta. Yeah, that's in the East, man. The East is not very strong. Hey. There's nothing wrong with that, man. There's nothing wrong with liking sports. I like sports too. That's what I'm talking about, guys. That's why I talk about it. So the East and the NBA is not that strong. So Brooklyn and Philadelphia are definitely going to make it. They have to bet. They're nobody's clinched there yet because they're going to clinch the playoffs, but they haven't clinched the division. Hey, thank you. Fantasy baseball, hockey, golf. As I'm doing basketball. So Brooklyn and Philadelphia can battle for the top spot in the East, in the Atlantic. Milwaukee, they're gonna win the Central. New York, we got 4 teams in the Atlantic making the playoffs, possibly 5 if Toronto makes the playoff play-ins. I hate the play-ins. I don't know if this is a permanent thing. The play-ins is a permanent thing. Maybe it's just for this season because There's no 82 game season, but 72 game season is a lot. Now the West, Utah. It's not the Lakers. The Lakers are not leading the West. The LA teams. Utah is first. Phoenix is second. Los Angeles Clippers are third. Denver is fourth. The Lakers are fifth, but the Lakers have LeBron and Anthony Davis, right? Hurts and stuff. Dallas is sixth. Portland is seven. Memphis is eight. Golden State is nine. San Antonio is 10. New Orleans is 11. Well, even though they're playing teams that are in the playoff seeds are still weak. Are so much stronger than the East, but it's still a much stronger division. And when LeBron, look, I'll tell you about the Lakers. Yes, they're 35-24, but when LeBron and Davis are healthy, that record means nothing because they're probably still the team to beat in the playoffs in the Western Division. Because look, they have LeBron James. He may be the best player since Jordan in the NBA. And you gotta beat LeBron James. So I definitely have Utah's gonna make it. Phoenix is gonna make it. The Clippers, Denver, Lakers, they're gonna make it. I think Dallas is gonna make it. I do think Portland's gonna make it. Now for the 8th seed, I don't know. The final 8th seed, Memphis. I don't know, man. That's NBA for you, man. I mean, my Raptors, I don't want them to make it, and they're losing right now to the Knicks. And I think the game is final. 49 seconds left, and they're losing 120-103, so they're gonna lose. Good draft position. First year's NBA draft. Okay. Now, let's get to the other playoff race. Hockey, NHL. Now, they're not going to do East or West because they're doing division by division because of the territories, right? They're in like the North is basically Canada, the East, it's basically Atlantic. Well, I'm not sure what the dates are, but I know the NBA, the middle of May is the end of the NBA season, and hockey, I think it's the beginning of May. Let me just check for hockey. I think hockey is a week earlier. Nope, hockey is the middle of May too with NBA, same time as NBA. I just know for my Raptors, their last game of the season is the 16th of May, so maybe not to the 20th or something like that. There's no specific date yet for the playoffs, but the season ends in the middle of the May. Same with the NHL. And in NHL, let's take a look at NHL. Let's look at the standings. North, which is basically the Canadian division. The Leafs are leading with 63 points. 6 points over Winnipeg. Winnipeg is second. Edmonton is third. And Montreal is fourth. Remember, the top 4 teams in each division make the playoffs. So right now, Toronto, Winnipeg, Edmonton, and Montreal are making the playoffs. And if Toronto wins this game against Winnipeg, it would give them a big boost because it could possibly give them 8 or 7 points ahead. 7 points if they win in overtime. Winnipeg gets a point. 8 points if they win in regulation. So yeah, this is in Toronto and Winnipeg play tonight. The East is basically Atlantic coast and stuff. Pittsburgh is leading with 65. Washington is second. The Islanders are third. Boston's fourth. The Rangers are fifth, but I don't think they're gonna make it. Looks like Pittsburgh, Washington, New York, and Boston. Toronto, Winnipeg, Edmonton, Montreal. Let's go to the Central. Carolina is leading it. Florida is second. Tampa Bay is third. Nashville is fourth. And Dallas is fifth. Dallas could possibly catch Nashville. and Chicago could possibly catch Nashville too. The rest, Vegas leading, 2 points over Colorado. Colorado second, Minnesota's third. And the fourth team is Arizona. The rest is really, really bad because Arizona, like Minnesota has 63 points, and Arizona's in fourth place, and they have 45 points. So it's really, really bad. So St. Louis and San Jose could catch up to Arizona, and those teams are under 500. So it's really, really bad in the West. You got two dominant teams, and Minnesota is doing surprisingly well. Those are NHL standings and stats. Let's look at the stats in NHL. Connor McDavid is leading the league in points. Who knows? Who knew? 77 points. 77 points. Draisaitl is at 64. Matthews third with 58 points, but he leads the league in goals. Matthews is goals, lead at 34. I think Matthews should win the Hart. I know people are gonna say McDavid because with the points and stuff. No, but Matthews has 34 goals and is better and he's played less games than McDavid. 43 games, 34 goals in 43 games in the NHL. You know how hard that is? Do you know what that is? That's almost 65 goals a season. Full season. 65 goal season. Only one player in the last year, in the last decade, has ever reached 60, and that's Ovechkin. And Ovechkin's a winger. Matthews is center. Wingers are designed, are conditioned to score more goals than centers. Because centers more responsibility. And so I'm going to say Matthews wins the Hart, man. Okay, maybe I'm biased there, but can you blame me? I'm a Leaf fan. And Matthews is amazing. This year he's scoring like a goal like every single game. Okay. And yes, when the playoffs are set for both divisions, for both teams, for both leagues, not teams, divisions, both leagues, NBA and NHL, I will be making videos about my prediction, who's going to advance, win the playoff rounds, who's going to advance to the finals, win the championship. And I'll be talking about it on the streams also. That's going to be the middle of May. Okay, we're not even a month into the MLB season, but there's already been some spectacular and surprising stuff happening in MLB. The strikeout rate has gone up a lot. There's more strikeouts than ever. But I don't want to talk about that. So, Joe Musgrove, San Diego, pitched a no-hitter. Congrats for him. But let's look at MLB, guys. Look at the standings. Let's look at the early standings. Yeah, it's early, but look at this. Look at some of the teams that are leading the division. Kansas City. I said in my previous Super MLB like a month ago, Kansas City might be a surprise team in the Central. I didn't think they'd be leading the Central, but they're doing very well. 12-7. Yes, it's early, but props them. Boston leading the East. Oakland, it says one of my teams. Oakland, I'm not surprised. Seattle is a surprise team. I thought Seattle might be them in Texas, and Detroit might be the worst, and Baltimore might be the worst teams in the AL, American League. Now I'm surprised there with those teams. Milwaukee, I'm not surprised in the NL Central. I'm not surprised with Milwaukee or Chicago. Cincinnati had a hot start, but they played some pretty bad teams. I'm sorry, SRS. It's true, though. I mean, Pittsburgh. The East, New York. Yeah, Atlanta, Philadelphia, and Washington. Those are the four teams. New York, Atlanta, Philadelphia, Washington are probably the best teams in the National League besides Los Angeles and San Diego. But I'm surprised that only one team's over 500. Yes, the Mets have played less games in Atlanta, Philadelphia. But Washington surprised. But remember, it's still early. The rest, I'm not surprised here with the Angels on top. So I'm surprised in San Francisco. And San Diego, yeah, 2 games over 500. I'm kind of surprised in baseball. So we got some teams I did not pick. See them winning division right now, leading the division. But it's MLB. It's the early April season. We'll see how this. We'll see in June where these teams are at. Because some teams are starting to find their stride now. Like people in New York are complaining about the Yankees. The Yankees are starting to find their stride. Now let's look at the batting average. You got this guy, Yerman Mercedes, Chicago, 429. Hit, Bogart is leading the league in hits. Home runs, not surprised for Roman, Ronald Acuna Jr. of Atlanta. Nick Castellanos of Cincinnati. JD Martinez having a great year. Brian Buxton. But let's look at on base percentage. Trout is leading the league in on base percentage at 521. Second is Vladimir Guerrero Jr., the son of Vladdy Sr. And Harper. So there's a lot of, and the ones batted in, JD Martinez is leading the league in both leagues, and ones batted in with 21. Nikon has 18. A surprise. I don't think that's going to continue. But yeah. And pitching. Let's look at pitching. You want to look at pitching? Wins. Steven Matz of the Blue Jays with 4 wins. Is leading the league in pitching. Wins. Strikeouts, DeGrom with 50. Shane Bieber 48. Tyler Glasnow with 46. Glasnow was dominant in the beginning of the season until yesterday. He had a bad first inning. Recovered, but still not a good game for him. Corbin Burns in Milwaukee. Garrett Cole, of course. Darvish. Trevor Bauer, Max Scherzer. Of course, they're going to be up there in Kershaw. They're going to be up there in strikeouts. Innings pitched, Zach Greinke. So, yeah, ERA, look at this. Yeah, it's early, but 0.31 for Jacob DeGrom. That means it's giving up less than half a run a game. Yeah, it's early. I'm going to repeat that word. It's early. It doesn't mean anything. Corbin Burns, same thing, man. 0.37. Rodon, who also pitched a no-hitter. Sadly, he didn't get the perfect game. Danny Duffy, Marcus Stroman. It's early, guys. It's going to go up. You know what I've noticed from this MLB season? I noticed the pitching, the offense has gone down. The offense has really gone down. The pitching has really been focused this season. The pitching is really showing its stuff, man. The offense has really gone down. They're striking out more. I remember I saw a stat where Javier Baez is like striking out 50% of the time when he's at bat. That's terrible. That's horrible. Striking out like 50% of the time. That's like, for example, if you get usually you get 3 bats a game, right? Because 27 outs, 3 bats. But if you get like 4 bats a game, that's like striking out half the time. So 2 out of 4 times you'll strike out. Then again, if one of those times you hit a home run, it may not matter. Or one of those times you drove in a run, it may not matter. But striking out with like about 48 to 50% of the time is not good. You don't want a high strikeout rate as a hitter, because you're more reliability than helping the team. And Javier Baez is a free swinger, so I get that. But still, it's really bad. And my Jays do play the Rays tonight, 6:10. We got who's pitching? Bobby Way against Tampa Bay. They're going with a young phenom pitcher, Brett Honeyball. We'll see how he does. I don't think he's gonna pitch much. I think it's gonna be more like opener starter thing. He's gonna pitch a couple innings and they're gonna burn a reliever, so maybe 1 or 2 innings and they're gonna bring somebody else in. I know there's UFC tonight, guys, so check that out. What else is there, guys? Oh, yeah, I got some other news. The CFL, Canadian Football League, has delayed its season for August. So they might start a season in August, play 9 or 10 games, and have the Grey Cup in December. The Cup is the equivalent to the Super Bowl for CFL. I'm excited about it. I do like the CFL, but they need a season because they canceled the season last year because obviously obvious reasons. Because they're struggling financially, especially in markets Toronto, Montreal, and Vancouver. They need those markets. Their revenue is driven on gate revenue, and a lot of people don't go to Argo games. And if they don't get the revenue and stuff, I think they're gonna fold. Maybe that's why they tried. Maybe that's why they're working on an agreement with the XFL, so their league can survive in some way. Because if they didn't negotiate the XFL or something like that, I'm afraid their league would have fold. And the CFL is older than NHL, older than NBA. It's even older than the NFL. It's one of the oldest leagues in North America. Over 100 years. Over 100-year-old league. And yeah, so they delayed the season in August. Hopefully in Canada things get better according to the top doctor in Canada. If people do a certain thing, they get vaccinated for a certain percentage. They could lift some restrictions in the summer in Canada. Hopefully. Because we're in the mix of a third wave, but we're vaccinated like crazy now. So hopefully things get to a point where they can have this football season in Canada. Because I really do like football. I really do like the CFL. I want to see it survive. I haven't been to a game in a while, and I haven't been to a CFL game at BMO Field where there it goes. What else are there to talk about? Let's see what else news there is. Here. Come on. There has to be something. Come on. That's funny. All right, there's nothing here, guys. So nothing of note. So yeah, guys, that's my show. I'm gonna try to stream this StreamYard service stream, we stream for things. If I'm for only things I'm not gonna use pictures in or video. Well, I can use video because I just have to upload it, but pictures and stuff. But I'm gonna use StreamYard for. I'm gonna show pictures in my streams if I feel like showing pictures in my streams. Or I could just instead of using a share screen and all that, navigate to Google Images or Yahoo Images. So I'm gonna plug my stuff here, guys. So I did a review of MLB The Show 21 late last night. Go check it out on my channel. I did it's all about the Pop Thursday. Go check that out. For my upcoming streams, Monday it's all about wrestling. I'm gonna be talking about a lot of wrestling stuff, but more of out of ring stuff, like the Mickey James situation, the firings, the Waddy Piper thing with the Vince McMahon, and I'll talk about the documentaries. Remember, watch the Waddy Piper documentary on A&E tomorrow night, 8:00, and then Treasures at 10. Yes, and I'm gonna talk about the weekly review in wrestling, and talk about Daniel Bryan. What's the future for Daniel Bryan and WWE? That's on Monday. It's all about wrestling. Or it could be Tuesday because on Monday I might go to a friend's show talking about Marvel stuff. But be on lookout. I'm gonna have a show either Monday or Tuesday. And look for me to do streams in the meantime. Like I might do a stream later, a little bit later before the Blue Jay game. And of course, next Thursday is all about the pop, and next Saturday, why we love sports. Episode 24. So yeah, here's my Twitter handle, Aaron Jace Fan. Thumbs up, like, subscribe, comment below, and have a good day. I'll let you guys go. This is how I feel, but before, this is how I feel about you guys.
Too sweet! Sweet! Too sweet! Too sweet!
And that's how I feel about you guys. Oh, and I forgot to mention, I might do a Mortal Kombat review. And I'm going to do a wrestling topic on this video. Not a stream, but a topic video. Talking about the problems of WWE with the women's division and which company has the best women's division. And the answer may surprise you, what I think. So yeah, that's how I think about you guys. Too sweet. Or in a wolf pack. Too sweet. So take care. And thank you, Jobber, for listening, and everybody else for listening, and then everybody in the future listening. Take care.